I'm gonna hit record. All right, guys. So before I share my screen, I know how to do it. I just want to introduce myself again to you. So my name is Caitlin Ferry. I'm the Job Corps Admissions Counselor in Salem. However, I cover areas all the way to the coast, Newport, on up Yamhill County. So there's a lot of folks that under me go to Job Corps. So including all of you, which hopefully you guys know at this point where you're at on the wait list, but I'm going to share this screen so you know where we're at here. Okay, the first question I get all the time, you guys, and thumbs up again if you can see my screen. Thank you. All right, first thing, how will I know when I've been accepted? Great question. Some people have no idea how to find out if they're accepted into Job Corps. It's very rare that we actually don't accept you. However, if you're wondering, please email and text message are the best ways to reach me. If you call, I might be on the phone with somebody or doing something else. So the best you could do to figure out if you're on the wait list or not is just let me know that you don't know yet. So, and then I will let you know if you're on. There's two things with the wait list. The first thing is your review process. So it takes the Job Corps centers between 30 and 60 days to review your application and approve it. I don't approve applications. That's probably something you guys think that I do. I just gather all that information that we gathered together, which for some of you took a minute to get done, but we did it. And your application, because you're on this call, was officially sent off to the Job Corps Center for review. So that's good news there. And the next thing on the list, the big question, hang on. Okay, here we go. When will I start? And how long will I be on this wait list for Job Corps? We don't have any dates right now for you guys to go. The date that came out is October 20th. That's when the Department of Labor and Job Corps came together and they said, this is the day we're going to start having current students go back to Job Corps. So you guys are not yet current students. You're on the wait list. There's a difference, okay? So this is the thing. I doubt you guys will be going to Job Corps in the year 2020. So I'm thinking January, February, March, April, between winter and spring, we will start getting a lot more of you guys enrolled, and meaning like on campus. There are other ways to be enrolled though, so check this out. When I do start, will it all be virtual learning? And this is not what you guys want to hear. Again, this is the same kind of thing I talked about in September when we did the call. Yes, a lot of your onboarding to Job Corps, if you do get within this year, 2020, is going to be virtual learning. If you don't prefer that method, you do not have to do it. But I will let you know, if you get a call from your Job Corps center and they're asking you to start virtual learning or starting to talk about this virtual learning onboard process, it is in your best interest to say yes to that. The key here is once you get through that virtual learning, the first 4 weeks of Job Corps is what we call the career preparation period, which is just doing, I've talked to a few of you about this process, but the first 4 weeks is really just doing career prep. So it has nothing to do with the trade choice that we talked about during your interviews. It's all about figuring out what trades they offer at that campus and your pathway in Job Corps, what that's going to look like. It does take 4 weeks. So once you're done with the 4 weeks is when they will consider you a current student. Actually, during the 4 weeks, they'll consider you a current student, meaning if you accept that and you go through that, then you're closer to getting on to a campus. Hopefully this is making sense. Also, you guys, there are things at Job Corps you guys already know about in terms of drug testing. I need to tell you right away, you all may be drug tested before you start virtual learning. They may send you to a local organization that does drug tests and pay for that and get you drug tested, and that needs to be clean. You all need to be clean at this point, if that makes sense. So some of you and I had conversations about your recreational use of marijuana. I love how honest you guys are with me about this. I need you guys to realize that this is going to be a thing, even at home. So if you have issues around that or any questions around that, let me know before probably the end of the month so we can discuss that. I will tell you, drug tests at Dollar Tree, you guys might laugh at me, but they actually work. They do. They're $1. So go for that if you need to. All right. The workload for the online learning is going to be about 4 hours a day, 5 days a week. So you will need to log on. You will need to prove that you're doing something in the virtual learning classroom environment for the 4 weeks, and that is mandatory. They will discuss kind of timing of that. Some centers want you 2 hours online, 5 days a week. Other centers don't. So that's what we're going to have the Job Corps Center discuss with you if they call you. All right. Now the COVID protocols. You guys know I already talked about, face coverings are going to be something that they do. They will socially distance, each other on campus. And right now, the people who are going back in October and November, they are going to be quarantined for 14 days on campus. I don't think that's what you guys will have to do once we start getting more people on board, but I need you to realize that could be an option, and that could be something that they require of you. The quarantine at Job Corps, I hear, is like, I'm getting a few, like, maybe people are chatting. Oh, here we go. I want to make sure I'm seeing the chat. Okay. You can't hear. Someone can't hear. I'm sorry. I'm recording it, so hopefully you guys can get this later. So this 14-day quarantine, just so you know, they have a TV in the dorms, which is not normal. I told some of you that they don't have TV in the dorms, but they will if you have to quarantine. And they'll have other types of things, and they'll bring you your meals to your room. So some people are like, it's kind of like a vacation. I don't know. And you'll get to go outside and hang out. I mean, it sounds really silly, and I told, the Job Corps centers that I talked to that it sounds, painful, but also kind of nice, especially if you're a parent like I am. A little break, right? But y'all will be well informed before you're able to do that when they require that of you. All right, the Job Corps centers, the reason I'm projecting January, February, March, like I'm projecting out a little ways, is because they are only allowing half the center to operate right now. Half capacity is what they're talking about, which is 2 students per room instead of 4. You could imagine some of these centers aren't very big to start with, so half capacity is just not good. And it's just going to take a while to get current students back. We are having a couple of current students go back already who are homeless. We're starting with our priority students who don't have a safe place to be. So if that's you, I would recommend trying to get this distance learning going, and then they'll get you on campus right away. So foster youth and homeless youth are priority at this point. All right. I think that's all I had, guys. I thought it was a lot more than that. Let's see if there's anything else. Nope, nothing else on this. Okay, let me get back to full screen for you guys. Stop share. Perfect.
I missed the whole thing. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I'm sorry for those of you who missed the conversation so far. I am recording it. So those of you who are wanting to kind of restart that, you're welcome to. I'm going to mute a couple of you just so we can eliminate some background noise. So the last thing I want to do is have Miss Evelyn, if you're still here, go ahead and chat about the Transitional Jobs Program. Evelyn's a coworker of mine in Salem, so she has good resources. Go ahead, Evelyn.
Hi, y'all. Thank you for having me here today. I work under the Willamette Workforce umbrella, as mentioned, and I work on a little bit different programs than the Job Corps program. So the programs that my employer contracts for are adult services. So you do have to be 18 or over in order to work with us. In particular, Caitlin was interested in the transitional jobs program, and this could be for Job Corps participants, for family members, for anybody that you want to refer to me. I did put my contact information in the chat for you. So the transitional jobs program is one of two work-based training opportunities that we can offer to eligible individuals. Transitional jobs are temporary job assignments. They could be full-time or part-time. They will be within one of our 5 targeted industries for our area, and those are transportation, healthcare, construction, warehousing, and now I've blanked out on the 5th one. So these are high demand industries where there's a lot of opportunity for you to learn skills and then grow and move forward in a career. Construction would include, I'm just thinking, I was speaking to somebody recently who's home from a Job Corps campus and has been studying welding. So the construction industry would include that, and we could possibly get somebody placed who's over 18 in a welding or pipe fitting job where they could continue to learn more of the skills in the trade that they've selected. So that's a possibility too. Typically, the transitional jobs pay minimum wage, which is now $12 an hour, and they last for up to 600 hours in total of work. It could be shorter, but the maximum is 600 hours. So we would work with you to first develop a work site that has a position available for someone looking for the skills that you're wanting to develop. We would identify some learning objectives and create a transitional job learning plan for you. And then we would be available as your support person, your career counselor, to work with you to add those experiences to your resume and be ready to move on to the next step in your career. The day-to-day supervision would be from your designated supervisor at the work site. So make no mistake, even though it's temporary, it is a real job, and you get a real paycheck, actually from my employer, Quebec, even though you're working at the work site.